Hello, my beloved coffee holics. Karen here. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. You're beautiful. If you are not new to my channel, you're still beautiful, but you might not understand what's going on. I started this vlog as primarily a record of my weight loss. And I have protein shake, it's chocolate, super good, almond milk, dinner. Okay, I've got my coffee and my I Can Adult today. And, I wanted to go over a couple of things. I love paranormal story times. I love all things super spooky. I am addicted to, Haley Reese and Lois Lane and the Dear David stories and different things like that. And I wanted to jump in because I have been a practicing Wiccan / kitchen witch since I was 16 years old. I have my fair share of stuff to contribute to the paranormal storytime world. I also wanted to get into some legends because some of you may not know this, but I did get married, and my husband is a truck driver. He used to be an over-the-road truck driver, and some of the things that you hear over the road and that I've experienced over the road are pretty bizarre. And did you know there's a castle in Kentucky right by the Derby? Yeah. That's one of the minor things that you can run into. Some other things that you can run into are lot lizards, people pounding on your windows and your doors at any time of day when you're in a truck stop. With the sob story of my baby needs money, I can't afford food, but yet they're wearing baby fat. It's unreal, okay? And one of the most well-known stories out there for the truck driving community, and it's so popular, it was actually made into a movie. If you want to know, keep watching. Okay, so as I have stated, my husband is a truck driver, and one of the things that he always talked about was the black dog. Well, one of my exes, which is a totally different story time because he's in jail for attempted murder, like I said, totally different story time. But anyway, my ex's father was a truck driver. My husband is a truck driver. I am surrounded apparently by farmers and truck drivers. I live in Pennsylvania. It's gonna happen. But Patrick Swayze played in the movie Black Dog. And it is actually a legend that is from the British Isles. However, if you actually look throughout history, there is stories of hellhounds everywhere you go, or demonic animals that are messengers of the devil himself. It just depends on which version you hear. The most common one is, again, shapeshifters, hellhounds. They are omens. It was even touched on in Harry Potter with Sirius being the black dog, and Trelawney freaking out because he saw the Grim. And I'm sorry, I love Harry Potter. You'll get used to me, I promise. But basically, this is a Celtic story. It's a Germanic story. It is a British story. There's hellhounds in Greek mythology. But what happens when you're a truck driver is there's two kinds of truck drivers, or at least there was until DOT kind of cracked down. The first one is the outlaw truck driver. This is the truck driver that runs more than one logbook, that is oftentimes taking high-speed chicken feed, aka cocaine uppers, not really obeying federal laws, and just generally being an unsafe driver. Because let's face it, when you are tired, you become a very unsafe person on the road, not just for yourself, but for everybody else. I mean, it takes a lot for a truck moving at like 60 miles an hour to come to a stop. Like, they don't just stop like that. They are several ton trucks, and it's like the whole physics, law of physics. What is in motion likes to stay in motion. And rigs are very big. Okay, so back in the day, these outlaw truckers basically owned the road. And there's stories my husband has said about, the mob running trucks. Jimmy Hoffa having his own fleet, just under different names, and those truckers that are considered outlaws drive night and day. They get very, very little sleep. And this is where the black dog comes in. The legend says is that if you see a black dog in the middle of the road, it means that you're going to die. It's actually one of those such strong superstitions that if you see the black dog, it means that you are so exhausted you are hallucinating, and that this messenger from the other side is basically coming to collect your soul. And the dog is big, it's black, it's shaggy. So my husband has actually seen the black dog before. He says it's a green-eyed, like, wolf type of dog. Some people have seen red flames coming out of the eye sockets. Sorry, my toddler. And others have seen just red eyes. And it even goes on to say that there's even a go now. There's even the Black Dog of Connecticut. There's the Gert Dog of Somerset. There's a legend in England, a legend in Scotland, a legend in the Isle of Man, or the Island of Skye, which is off of Scotland. And like I said, this was also in Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's The Hound of the Baskervilles, and it was made into a Patrick Swayze movie entitled Black Dog. And that's actually where I first came into the legend. Like I said, my ex's father was a truck driver, and they didn't believe in cable. They were very, very Christian, but yet they were addicted to Friends. Can't figure that one out. But anyway, one of the movies in their collection was Black Dog. And I watched it, and I started researching the Black Dog and hellhounds and things like that. And they are across history. Are they real? Are they not real? I don't know. I've personally seen one. Actually, my the one video that I'm actually kind of not really excited to film is the I almost died video. And I was pregnant with my youngest son, my last son, and I didn't know it at the time, but my body was in a lot of trouble, and I saw a black dog, and then not even a week later I was fighting for my life. So I mean it's not necessarily a bad thing if you see a black dog that isn't there, or a black dog with flaming eyes and whatever, because they're just messengers. It's what you do with the message is what counts. I'm actually pretty sure that black dogs have actually been on Supernatural, except they weren't black, they were invisible. And something about Lilith. It's been a long time since I've watched those beginning episodes. So, in conclusion, what do you think? Comment below, subscribe, and I'll see you next Sunday for another spooky paranormal Sunday. Bye.